Hello, hello, hello. How are you today? I hope you're good. This is Mental Generations with Teacher Angie. It's a pleasure to host this video and just to take you through today variations in genetics. We are in the next thing. Isn't that interesting? Well, variation in genetics is super interesting, as you will find out shortly. And you can see we have like so much. We have the maize right there. Some people call it corn. Do you see the different colors? And the other ones we have here, different examples right there. And chicken. I love chicken. I love chicken. Do you love chicken? Yeah, and these beautiful people here depicted through those kids right there, just representing the different races that we have in the world. And then we have these people right here going about their business. Variations. That's where we are at. This is Mental Generations with Teacher Angie. Welcome. I hope you're ready to learn. So, the word variation. Oh, look at this. Let's just call it variation. Simply put, generally, it refers to a change or a difference in condition, amount, or level, typically with certain limits. That's the basic general definition of variation. But what we are looking at, however, is a definition within the context of not just biology, which is the study of life, because bio means life and logy means study, but within the context of genetics. What is variation? But you have the idea, it's change, differences in condition, differences in condition, right? Yeah. Variations are differences, but we're going to change the word conditions with the word observable. So these are observable differences among members, but members of what, or who, or where? Members of the same species, or members of the same organisms. And this would be, for example, in humans, you would have height. You can see that clearly. There are people who are described as tall, others are short. Skin color, we have different ranges of skin color. As you can see here, we have these amazing human beings. Difference in skin color, that's variation. We also have blood groups. We have different types of blood groups, that's variation. We have gender. So there is either male or female. I know there's lots of debate, male, female. I don't want to get into that. Male, female, based on morphology, and yeah, basically that, and stuff like that. And weight, like weight, not weight for waiting, but weight, yani, something that we use to just know how heavy or light we are. Weight of thing, human beings in this case. And that's basically variations, observable differences among members of the same species. So the keyword there is observable difference and then species. Simple, observable differences among species, right? Observable differences among species. Good. So what are the types of variations? We have two types. There is the discontinuous variation and the continuous variations. But in this video, I'm going to basically narrow down to discontinuous variations, and these are variations that have a definite or the word discrete or distinct separate groups, no intermediate forms. Like it's either this or this. There is nothing in between. That is what that means. For example, it is either that you're a tongue roller or you're not. It is either you're female or male. I know because of genetic mutations, we have hermaphrodites too. Those are exceptional cases. I'm going to discuss about mutations in another video, but for now, male, female, hermaphrodite cases are because of genetic mutations, which happen spontaneously sometimes, or because of exposure to very hardcore chemicals like uranium and the likes, but that's for another day. AB or blood groups, it's either you have blood group A or B, AB or blood group O. You cannot have all of them. The earlobes, the long hair in the nose or ears, and the fingerprint patterns. So we generally have, the most common examples are 5 or 6 thereabout, and these are traits that have distinct, definite. Choose one word that you like. Do you like to describe them as traits with definite forms, like, or traits with definite characters? Or do you want to use the word distinct or discrete? Either way, those words all begin with a D. Wow. That's awesome. And another thing to remember is that these traits are controlled by one or more genes, and the physical expression of these traits have nothing to do with the environment. The environment does not influence these traits. That's basically it about discontinuous variations. Moving on to examples of variations. Oh, look at this beautiful baby right here. Who can tell this trait? It's obvious. He is a tongue roller, and this guy over here is not a tongue roller. There's nothing wrong with not being a tongue roller or being a tongue roller. But what we are saying here is that this is a trait that is why do I keep saying distinct? It's definite. These are traits, these are type of variation that is, there is no intermediate forms or intermediate forms. There is no in between. It's not like you can be a medium tongue roller and a non-tongue roller. Like, it's either you're a tongue roller or not. The other examples, gender, it's either you're male or female. Blood groups, we have them right there. Oh, earlobes is another example. Very interesting. It's either you have a free earlobe or an attached earlobe. There's nothing wrong with any of them. There's nothing wrong with any of them. It's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. Look at that. It's a little bit more, it's seriously hanging. It's hanging down there. Like there's more space. Is it space or skin? More skin right there. And it's just interestingly hanging right there. So yeah. It's hanging. No, it's hanging. And then we have the one that is attached, the attached earlobe, right there. It has no extra surface area, but it's equally beautiful. It's equally nice, you know. And that's basically it about that example of earlobes. And our last example is on fingerprints. Now, fingerprint patterns is another very unique universally unique characteristics of living things, especially in the human species. See how interestingly it's used in crime detection, where fingerprints can be sought after to get who the criminal, the real criminal was in a crime scene, say for example. Or in parental dispute. No, sorry, not parental dispute. That should be DNA testing. Sorry about that. Well, even in if for example in Kenya, you want to go get a job, or you want to travel outside the country, or whatever. I mean, the government needs to have your fingerprints down in their database, and it's unique to you. But in this case, what we are talking about is that they are classified into 4 types majorly. So we have the loop. Now with the loop is, it assumes that kind of pattern, like it goes all the way. It's like lines that are going over above each other. But if you compare that to the arc or the arch, the loop is almost like slanting on one side, but the arch or the arc is like that. And then we have the double hole. It's almost forming it's almost like round in the middle, and then it's almost arched over. Other patterns are acting over, and then we have the hole, which is almost like just a ring of lines all the way. Please find out what your type of fingerprint is. Just get ink in a clean thumb, then rub it off on a clean thumb and get a clean piece of paper and just press it down and find out which type of fingerprint you have. And you can just list it interestingly in the comment section, just so that we get to know what your type of fingerprint is. Mine, interestingly, is the loop type of fingerprint. So yes, that said, I guess we are coming to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed learning about variations, and in this case discontinuous variations. And I hope you remember that variations are observable differences that occur in members of the same species or organisms, and their different types. We have discontinuous and continuous variations, and that the discontinuous variations are distinct. There is no intermediate forms of this trait. It's either somebody is a tongue roller or not. It's either somebody is male or female, with exceptions, of course. It's either somebody has a loop fingerprint or an arch fingerprint or a double hole or hole. It's either somebody has earlobes or not, whether somebody has earlobes free or attached. Sorry, mistake is human. Come on. We also have this case of the hair in the nose and ears. Now, when I'm talking about hair, this is hair that is really unique. It's not, we know the nose, for example, has to have hair. It plays a role there. But we're talking about hair that is so long, it protrudes out of the nose. But I think some people cut them off because maybe it doesn't look stylish to them. But that's genetics, you know. Or hair in the ears. I'm not talking about sideburns that people have, especially the male species, on the side of the hair. I'm talking about hair from inside the ears. Inside. Say, for example, here, let me use this example of the earlobes. When you have hair in this part of the ear, this part, that is discontinuous variation. It's either somebody has it or not, but most people don't have it. That's genetics. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Well, check out the next video, which will be on questions, just to assess what you have learned. And yes, I'm going to meet up with you on the next video just to take you through, and we go through all this. But check it out. If you haven't subscribed to the channel so far, please do so. Share, like. This is Mentor Generations with Teacher Angie. Thank you, and see you soon. Bye-bye.